Do you have
So,
any? Yeah, yeah.
sorry,
Sorry.
no, that's fine.
No, I was going to say that. Do you have any idol from the '60s, like some strange, not the very famous as the Beach Boys, the Beatles, like rarities or something special for you or someone? I mean,
Um, it's hard because like a lot of there's not. Oh well, that Craig Smith, right, Brian from
Yeah,
the Penny
Matrix,
Arcade.
Kali, Maitreya Kali, I think is what that
The
was.
Penny is it the
Apache,
Penny Arcade? The band is
yeah,
the
but
Penny Arcade.
the album's Apache Inca, and that's a great
Yeah,
album. And then also like Kurt Betcher, we all really like.
yeah.
Um,
Um, yeah, I'm trying to think who else. It's hard because a lot of that Daughters of Albion record Brian really likes. That I don't those two people. Do you know them?
we
Their
don't really know.
names?
I don't really know their name.
Yeah, it's hard because a lot of like the people are so obscure. There's not that much information, or there's only one song or something that you really like. So it's kind of like I don't know if I could really say I love like these bands, but
yeah,
I
yeah.
just like this one song.
I see.
Those
And
people, though, we like their, the people we mentioned.
yeah,
They're
yeah, yeah. Okay.
they're really great.
And could you tell us for the Spanish audience, like, for example, one of your favorite albums from other bands from this century?
Oh, from this century.
Well,
I
I
don't know.
think
I've been checking out.
and
I've been listening.
Star
Sorry,
and
go ahead.
Star Power and Star Power is by Foxygen is like one that I always think about. And then what were you gonna say?
I don't know. I was gonna say that I've been listening to the Wonderments a lot, but I don't really. That's kind of from the last century.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, it was early 2000s, though, right?
There are some things from the early 2000s, but most of it is from the 90s, I guess.
Um,
But do you identify yourself with another bands that are like re-emerging psychedelic music, like the OCs or
No, not really. I mean, the OCs and the typically like that well, the OCs is a good example because if you listen to our music and you listen to their music, they really don't sound anything
no, of course
alike.
not, of course not.
But you might if somebody might say that we both have a psychedelic kind of bend or something like that. But so I don't really know them, and they're also I think a bit older than us.
Yeah.
So
but that era, though, I think is what you're talking about.
Yeah, but
Right.
maybe you are more in the way of, I mean, like Foxygen or like there are many Australian bands or OCs bands that are doing something more similar, because I always say that for me your sound is not like, I mean, it's quite different from another bands that are doing very very good jobs nowadays, but you are like outside of all the tendencies or all the I mean, for example, bands like King Gizzard or
Yeah.
like
well,
I mean,
they're
I
kind of
think like
more. They have more heavy guitar and riffs, a lot of riffs and stuff.
yeah.
Whereas our songs are more made up of combination of chords and the melody and stuff. They kind of like I think a lot of those bands are have a lot of heavy riffs and a lot of reverb and echo and stuff. But
a lot of people that were
bands
like have similarities to we end up like working with, like Tchotchke and Uni Boys, and it's like we kind of and then but then also people like Jessica Pratt or something, like she's coming out with a new album, and I've been listening to the singles and stuff, and I feel like there's more of a similarity in like the approach to songwriting with people like that, but and I think Cutworms too, like he has a similar approach when it comes to songwriting. I think the
Yeah.
execution ends up being like fairly different, but I would definitely say that we're those people are trying to write, you know, songs that appeal to their, I don't know, they're I don't know, they're trying to write more like timeless songs, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And are you interested in Spanish music?
Yeah.
Are we interested in it?
Yeah,
Or no?
interested. If you are, if you have like several bands that you know and you usually heard or something.
Well,
think
I've been
I-
listening to Los Brincos,
Los
Oh, yeah.
Brincos.
yeah, but I'm pretty I'm like pretty oh, what's the word? Yeah, we're pretty naive when it comes to Spanish music.
Yeah.
But you know, we're open to recommendations, of course. Do you know, are you talking about modern bands or old bands?
Modern or 60s, I don't care. Like you said, the Brincos, but there were in the 60s bands like Los
Yeah.
Pequeñiques that were huge.
Uh-huh.
Nowadays, there is a band that is called Los Estanques. That
Oh,
is
I don't know.
a psychedelic band that you must hear. It's very, very good music, very good musicians indeed.
Cool.
Los Estanques, yes. You must.
How do you
listen to
spell
them.
that?
I will tell you, Los Estanques, like it's called, the translation would be like Pond, like the other band that was called Pond, the Australian band.
Yeah.
The translation is estanque in Spanish. So they are
Cool,
Los
I found it.
Estanques.
Cool. I'll check that out.
Yeah, that's quite, just a recommendation for you. And just to finish, just to say something for the Spanish audience that is going to for your concerts. For me, the most special is going to be in Madrid, the 28th of May. What
Yeah.
can we expect from your concert in Madrid?
Well-
I mean, it's gonna be really fun. I think I think it's sold out, and we're like really
Yeah.
psyched to play in Spain. And you know, we actually never really been, like, we were in Madrid, I think, for like literally for like half a day, just Brian and I, and we never played.
Yeah, I know,
So
I know.
we're like so psyched because we've got a lot of friends in bands who we've toured with and who are only, they rave about Spain. They're like, Spain is the greatest place to play, and it's so fun to hang out after the show and stuff like that. Yeah, that's what everybody says. So we're really psyched.
Yeah, maybe you are expecting more about us than we about you.
I bet you. Honestly, I've never heard so much about a place other than Japan.
Yeah,
I heard so much about Japan before we went that all these people had everything to say. Oh, you know, the fans are this way, and the way that it is to go out after the shows this way. So that's the same kind of thing everybody says.
yeah.
Although completely different. But you
Yeah,
know, it's the
all the
same.
bands I interview, always they say the same, that where are the best places to play in? And they always say first Mexico and second Madrid, and then USA, London, or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's always the same. So you are going to play the last album? You are going to recover something from previous?
Yeah, we'll try to do something that spans like all of our records, probably mostly our last two records, Everything Harmony and the new one. But we'll probably do a select few from the old records that we sound good doing.
Yeah. Probably some that we haven't played before too.
Okay. Sounds very good. So I hope I will see you there, and maybe we can go and party later on.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so for me, it's just an honor to have a talk with you. Great a pleasure.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Bye.
Have a good day.
See you on
Bye.
Sala Copernico.
See ya. Bye.
Ciao.